This is a look at a game that's not finished yet. When the game's released, any and all criticisms and or compliments may be completely irrelevant. Ready? Go.
Hey there, I've got a little preview for you today. I know it's been a while since I've done anything, but I think we can move past that and focus on this promising little game called Sally Face. It's a horror point-and-clicking game, so appropriate for October, and the reason I wanted to make a little video on this is because you can download this demo for free right now until November 6, 2016. So basically, if you're interested in this game in any capacity, I'd say just turn off this review, download the game, it'll take you about an hour, maybe even less than that, and have a bit of fun with it. There's nothing to lose but time, and I'll say if you enjoy horror games in the vein of something like, say, Franbo, another point-and-click horror, then your time won't be wasted. But if you want to, for some reason, I don't know, hear my opinion on the game, I'm going to go through my usual categories with a few new fancy animations I cooked up, and maybe I'll confirm that you want to play it, or confirm that it's really not for you, or something. Let's jump in. So the presentation of this game on the surface is going to seem super simple, but I think if you look hard enough, there's some really nice detail here. The characters are all very distinct from one another, to the point I was never confused between characters, which I've been known to do. Though to be fair, this is a short demo, so that might be because there's only something like 7 or 8 characters anyway. What I think is really nice is the backgrounds, though. Most of them are simply nice to look at and fitting for the environment, but some of them have a bit of contextual story in them, which is something that Steve Gabry, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, the creator of the game, could have easily cut corners on. Things like family portraits that are actually portraits of the family that lives in the apartment you're currently in. A lot of games just have generic family photos that are sometimes even pixelated, so you can't really make out who the members of the family actually are. That way they can just use the same image over and over and over again. Mechanically, it's a solid point-and-click game. One thing that point-and-click games can fall victim to sometimes is being overly abstract with the solutions to puzzles. Thinking about the Monkey Island game, some of those puzzles were ridiculous. Though I think there is a certain type of person who enjoys those kind of super hard point-and-click games, I don't think that's most people. Either way, if you are really into a more old school style of point and click, then I think you might be disappointed by this game. It's largely very easy. There was only one time in the first half of the demo where I felt a tiny little bit stuck, but then I just went around and talked to all the characters and very quickly found a thread to follow. And from that point on, I was quite impressed. Again, it's short, but at no point past that part of the game did I feel bored in any way. The game opens up in the second half and you have multiple objectives to complete. So sometimes I would get a little bit stuck in one puzzle, but then I'd leave that one and follow another thread, which would often lead me to a solution to the original puzzle that I left. I think that's good design, though I know that some people would find that boring because you don't do a whole lot of figuring out. You mostly go through the motions and then end up at the end. There are a couple of moments where you have to piece things together, but that gets nullified easily by just talking to everyone when you don't know what to do. There's such a tiny amount of actual story that I don't want to talk about it and ruin anything. The actual plot itself is fairly cliche for this type of game, but it has a whole lot of charm in its writing, so it doesn't really matter. The game is more about exploration and finding funny or scary things and reading the quite inspired writing. I mean, you can tell it was written by one person who isn't a veteran of writing novels or anything. It has that fan fiction feel to it a little bit, but that's kind of part of it for me. A lot of the way the characters talk is almost so realistic that it's not believable. I know that sounds pretentious and meaningless, but what I mean by that is that writing isn't necessarily supposed to be realistic, right? Often realistic is boring, and writing is supposed to be interesting. So it's kind of strange when you experience a writing style that is interesting, but also has that X factor of I'm talking to a real person with all the hmms and ahs and awkward things that come with a real conversation. It's not bad, I think. A game that did this in a way that didn't resonate with me at all was Elf's Heartbreak, which was another game I reviewed. I think here it stays interesting despite the weirdness. And then also the game has its moments of zaniness. One of them in particular made me laugh out loud, but I won't share that here. You need to experience it for yourself. I don't know what to say other than it's a good demo. It shows promise. If and when the full game comes out, I'll give it a proper show and tell review. Maybe I'll reach out to Gabriel and see if I can't get a review copy before launch. It's also being funded on Indiegogo, so I'll leave a link in the description if you're really into this kind of thing and want to support this game. But you can also donate money if you want to when you click the download link. I will say, I'm not sure it's worth paying for in most cases if you're watching this after the promotion is over, November 6th, 2016. It's only $3, so if you're really into it, go for it, and I think I'll be forever bringing this game up, but one of my favorite games I reviewed is called Blitzbreaker. If you want to check it out, just search Blitzbreaker review Rye or something, it'll come up. That's a $3 game that I got like 15 hours of fun out of. So, I mean, just think about that if you're considering dropping money on this demo. Thank you very much for watching. Likes, dislikes, I'll take them all. If you do dislike the video though, consider letting me know why you disliked it. Worst case scenario, I disagree with you in the comments, and best case scenario, I learned something about how I should approach my videos in the future. See ya.